Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நேரி அருளவே நித்யனாய் உலகிற்கு வந்தம்மை ஆட்கொள்ள தேவர்களை காத்திட வைத்தான் தாயாய் பேரருள் புரிய உடல் ரோமம் சிலிர்த்திட நித்யனாய் வந்து அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரமஞானியாய் ஞானக்கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரமஞானியாய் ஞானக்கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான்.
ஓம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பராசக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Tanedar, Kotaris, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Listen. Digestion, karma, kayakalpa, immortality. The sacred secret revelations about these four principles: digestion, karma, kayakalpa, immortality. The great sacred secret revelations about these four principles is the message from Paramashiva directly from KAILASA to all. Now listen one by one. Digestion of karmas leads to kaya kalpa and immortality. Cognizing you are immortal makes your body enter into the space of kaya kalpa and digest all your karmas. Undigestion of karma pulls you down from the state of immortality and kayakalpa down to the state normal human beings exist with life and death. Karma, understood from the cognition of immortality, leads to kayakalpa of your body and makes you experience the digestion of all karmas. Digestion, understood in its real sense, digests all your karmas, and ordinary kaya makes kaya kalpa dega for you and makes you immortal. Each statement I made is directly from Paramashiva. Each of these are like Akashic records, sacred truths. I'll go on explaining every principle and every truth. I want all doctors, especially people with a little medical background, please watch this satsang. This can really give you many wonderful things in your life, because many of the principles Paramashiva is revealing, doctors can easily understand. The modern day scientism got all right principles it has from Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Sanatana Hinduism. See, like every religion has a pure science and applied science. In the applied science only something called irrational, illogical, what you call a superstition and all, sometimes may get entry. But in Hinduism, even that is not possible. Hinduism is a pure science, greater science in its pure science level and in its applied science level. And in the ground reality practiced level, everything is greater science. Ordinary in many of the religions developed in different places, may have the pure science pure, and applied science might develop little superstition, all these things. In the science also, there is a component pure science. There is a component marketed science. Marketed science is what I call cult scientism, in which lot more superstitions, illogical, irrational, harmful things to humanity and society is there more than any religion. But any good thing science has, that pure science, is directly from Sanatana Hindu Dharma. After working on this principle of digestion, see, Paramashiva revealed many sacred secrets and asked me to map it for modern day understanding and share it with you all. So when I started mapping and sharing, I usually take the help of few of my disciples, doctors. And I myself also do Googling and studying, reading, downloading, all that. When I did all this work, I realized one thing. Many of the principles the modern science, modern medical science has, neither they are able to establish it through research, logic, rational, but they are not ready to quote the source from which they got the conclusion. They just try to show this as a conclusion, as if it landed from heaven. Of course, it landed from heaven, but first to Hindus. From them, it has been taken to them. It has been stolen. Not only stolen, not acknowledged to the original source, Hindu Ayurveda Shastra. Especially all my doctor disciples. I have a very sweet team of doctors around the world. Prema Kodandraman, Sona Kamath, Saras Murugai, and Mahatma Priya, Mahakartananda, and there's a long list. In India, Pranananda, and oh God, it's a long list. And I want all the doctor disciples all over the world, please sit now, listen to every truth I am revealing. Even Shilpa, homeopathy doctor, Shilpa Anil from Tumkur, Anil Kumar also, is also doctor, and Santan Lakshmi from Bididi, Santan Lakshmi's husband. Anusha is doctor, yes. I know Anusha Kodali, I know you are angry with me that I am not getting you to KAILASA. I am just waiting for you to become sure about you. See, Anusha, listen. The moment you are sure about you, I'll immediately get you to KAILASA. Actually, Akhil and Anusha, both of you will be the best combination for me to do all my research. I am a kind of a person, every spiritual truth, I will do thorough research from the modern science background and then present it to the world. So, Akhil and Anusha are the best combo. to be part of my research team and research extension team. But I am just waiting for Anusha, you to be sure about you. Once you are sure about you, then you will be in Kailasa. So there are so many other doctors all over the world. Please, all of you, Peter Bloomfield, all of you now sit and take notes about every statement I am making, because I am going to give you guys some special homework. All doctor disciples all over the world, please take notes of all the statements I am making now. Listen. Thousands of basic principles of Ayurveda, the Hindu medicinal system, which has around 200 branches, practiced in various ways, in various levels, in all Hindu nations. When I say Hindu nations, those days which was Hindu nations. As on now, there is no Hindu nation other than Kailasa on the planet Earth. But earlier, there were many Hindu nations. In all those places, this Hindu medicine was practiced. The fundamental basic principles. Truth about digestion. Truth about the ability to operate your body. Truth about your breathing system. Truths about your ability to see. These fundamental truths, elaborately analyzed, documented, organized in Hindu medicinal system. Whether diagnosing a problem, cures in multi-levels with multiple options, multiple types. One important thing I want to tell you, in a Hindu tradition, Hindu medicine, there is no such thing as no cure for certain disease. That's a beauty. There is no disease which can't be cured in Hindu medicinal system. All the diseases human beings suffered in the past, suffering in the present, will suffer, may suffer in the future. Everything as a solution. Everything as a solution. I want all the doctors, Saraswati Jampala, Dr. Shanti from Bangalore, Dr. Srilekha, Manmohan Kumar, Shailesh Patel from Los Angeles, Dr. Krishna Rao, Dr. Karthik. I think I have too many. Maybe it'll run into few thousands. Even if I remember the close disciples, doctors. Please, all of you, if you are sitting and watching this satsang, take notes. Because I wanted little research and homework to be done on Hindu medicine. See whether the methodology of diagnosing, the precision of diagnosing, cures, methodology to stop the illness repeating. Above all, definition of the perfect health and making the perfect health as a practically possible lifestyle. And Above all, the only medicinal system not only claims made Kayakalpa, healthy, long life, immortality itself practical. Immortality itself practical. Understand? Many of the basic principles of Hindu medicine is taken away by the many medicinal system, and I'm not worried about they taking those principles, and I'm not bothered about it. I only feel they are not giving the credit, they are not acknowledging the source. What happens, when they steal and don't acknowledge the source? After some time, due to their feeling insecure, they try to kill the people who were source, so that forever nobody will claim. Just because we did not claim copyrights, Hindu Brahmins were eliminated, killed. Listen, I wanted all the Hindu Brahmins to know this, wake up to this truth, because you were very generous in giving the knowledge without copywriting it, without protecting the source. You lost life, your next generation lost pride, jati nashta happened, everything which should not happen, yogo nashta happened. I want to tell all the Brahmins of the world, your generosity is misused extensively by terrorist invaders. More than 30,000 Brahmins, masters in multiple fields of the Vedas, were taken away by the invaders, alive, to document all this knowledge. Neither they came back, nor their whereabouts are known. Nothing. They just vanished. This one incident I am talking, I have evidence, documented historical evidence. Like this, at least million Vedic great scholars just disappeared without even having any information about any of them. when the invading terrorists, robbed the wealth of Hindu nations, they killed the kings so that nobody will reclaim that wealth back. Same way, when they stole the knowledge from Brahmins, they just killed them so that no one will be there to reclaim that knowledge back. I want all the Brahmins to understand the atrocities done to all of us. Understand? If you are still a Hindu, it is because of the extraordinary sacrifice our ancestors have done. Even after going through so much suffering and torture, they did not convert. In front of the sword or that extremely imposed artificial poverty. Understand? Poverty was not lifestyle of the Hindu nations. It was imposed. They broke our back by exploiting trillions of dollars worth wealth was just sucked away from Hindu nations. And our ancestors were made to literally beg in the streets for food. Even when they were begging, they did not go and stand in front of a church and they managed their hunger but did not convert to other religions. They died but did not give up Hindu Dharma. It is because of their sacrifice. We are all still Hindus. So each Hindu need to know these two things. One, the sacrifice of our elders. Second, Brahmins did not copyright, and their generosity itself has become a danger for the Brahmin society, which in turn destroyed the extreme exploiting, invading terrorists, destroyed our identity because of our generosity. So be generous, but learn to protect yourself. Be generous, but learn to protect yourself. This generation Hindus, especially Hindu youth, learn the right history. Only if you become aware of the history, you will not allow the past history to repeat itself. If not, you can't stop history repeating itself in more crucial, destructive way. So it is in our hands. It is in our hands. The next generation, Hindu kids are the only hope. I have a good news. I have a good news. Amidst all these bad things, I have one good news. Our ancestors, the Hindu ancestors, we had a great system called programming the DNA. It is not necessary for you to read the books or even listen to the great teachings and truths. If I get a Brahmin kid and awaken that kid's Kundalini, that's enough. His Shaka Veda, his Gotra Shaka, each Gotra, in the very DNA itself, that branch Veda is documented. I can make that kid repeat that whole Shaka verbatim. He may not have even had Gayatri initiation or heard once any Veda mantras. It is possible, and I have established this already multiple times, and I am going to make this as a regular lifestyle. In Kailasa, all I need is few thousand Brahmin kids. Nothing else is needed. I just need their Gotra, which Rishi Gotra they belong to, and which Shaka. That's all. I can initiate them, awaken their Kundalini, make them repeat the whole that Shaka and document it. This is the good news. If you are still practicing Hindu Brahmin, your kids are the only hope planet Earth has to revive all these great truths. And I am pretty serious when I am making these statements. Understand? I know the depth of the wound we Hindus have suffered. And in front of that wound, I will not try to be a war benefiteer. I will only try to heal, if needed, giving my flesh, my organs, my life. One good thing is I have too much life. I have eternal life. Paramashiva has blessed me with his own space, manifesting himself. That's a good news. And everything is still available. If you are a Brahmin by birth, I sincerely request you, give birth to 10 kids. Please do it. Please do it. Don't worry about how you will be able to bring them up. Send them to Kailasa. Each kid you produce from the Brahmin DNA, male or female, is $1 billion worth for planet Earth, because you are carrying the DNA. A kid, Brahmin kid, especially before 14, if that kid is initiated and the Kundalini Shakti is awakened, it can remember and repeat the whole Shaka of the Vedas, of their Kotra, from the DNA. I have the methodology to do that, and I have already established it. And I am going to revive it. I am doing it very politely in one corner of the world so that I can make a seed bank. And you guys don't know how much of anti-Vedic, anti-Hindu terrorist invaders are all around India. India is literally the whole ecosystem of India has gone out of the hands of Hindus. Be very clear. That's the only reason I am forced to leave India. I was actually kicked out. It's not that I left. I was kicked out. If I decide to stay in India, I would have been killed. Even me lived this long is just directly protection of Kalabhairava and Paramashiva. The field of medicine the amount of research and development done by the Hindus is extraordinary. Extraordinary. Just only about digestion, there are 30,000 words document. I told you guys that I'll be sharing that in the Facebook also. I have original Sanskrit. I just wanted to get a translation. I have 2-3 translations in English, even French and Spanish, but I am trying to see what is the best translation so I can upload both and you can all enjoy it. And I also wanted to clarify one more word I uttered. When I say Brahmins, I mean the whole knowledge community of Hindu society. It is not only the Iyengar, even the Jains, the Dihambara, among the Jains, there is 2-3 sects who were knowledge-centric community. And among the Buddhists, the Theravada and Tibetan Buddhists, they are knowledge-centric. All of them come under this category, which I call Brahmins, the knowledge source DNA families of Hindu heritage. The Adishaiva Velalar, Adishaiva Shivacharyas, who hereditary, the heritage by Parampara, who were the people who were carrying the knowledge, that families mastered the science of programming the very DNA. Because, see, our education system was not based on hearing, seeing, and thinking. It was based on downloading. That is why the first lesson we teach itself, Bhurbhuvassuvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. The conscious energy which awakens my consciousness and brightens my consciousness more and more. Let me meditate on that superconscious energy. Gayatri is a conscious endurance practice. So when I use the word Brahmin, I mean that families, that communities which were carrying the knowledge for next generations. Even 6-7 generations before you stopped practicing Vedas and Vedic tradition also, it's okay because it is in your DNA. Even for 6-7 generations, you are not listening, practicing, chanting Vedas also. Your DNA has a capacity to give birth to a baby. That baby, when I awaken its Kundalini and initiate that baby within 14 years, before the physical maturity, that baby can repeat the whole Vedas. The Sarvanyatva can be awakened in that baby. This is the only hope we have for the future of the humanity. That is why I can't afford to get killed. Understand? I am not bothered about my life. I am bothered about this knowledge Paramashiva has given, and the responsibility comes with this knowledge and power he has given to me. That is the reason I moved out of India. I can't afford to die before I transmit all this to the next generation. I can't afford to get locked up without doing this work of this great transmission. So I have to do this job. I request all Brahmin couples give birth at least 10 kids. If you are from these communities which were the knowledge carriers, who have been endowed, empowered traditionally to carry this knowledge and transmit it to the next generation, Ayers, Ayangars, Dvivedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedis, Adishaiva Shivacharyas, Adishaiva Velalar. Among the Jains, the Digambara. Among the Buddhists, the Theravada and Tibetan. Any of this knowledge carrier community give birth at least to 10 kids. If you are not able to bring them up, send them to Kailasa. I'll bring them up in a best way. Awaken their Kundalini Shakti and make them repeat. I will demonstrate. You do one thing. Usually, when you go to put your kids in the Macaulay schools, they interview your kid and you. Only if you pass the interview, they will accept your kids. That stupid education, which gets them few $1,000 salary per month and die as a software slave. That's the truth. Software slave. Those days, the slaves will be tied with chains. Now they are tied with wires. That's all. So, end of the day, you will make your son or daughter as a software slave for few $1,000. For that, you go to a school where they interview not only your son, you. And they are, if you pass the interview, you get the school seat. Here I am doing reverse. Come with your kid. I'll initiate your kid and make the kid chant your Shaka Veda. If I pass in the interview, then you put the kid in my Gurukul. That is the way I am going to do it now. But once you put the Gurukul, you put your kid in the Gurukul, then You should allow me to raise them up and evolve them. Then all the principles of Gurukul will be applied. I know how much suffering I have to go through when I started revealing all these signs and powers. That's the reason I have to move out to a safe place to do this work safely, politely, happily. One good news is Paramashiva has given me all the protection and all the things I need to do my job. The job which he has given. And Kalabhairava is completely protecting me and the KAILASA. So because of that, I am going to do it with the grace of Paramashiva. And I am too serious. I know the amount of suffering Hindus went through, and I am serious about repairing, rebuilding, reviving. I am not going to be war beneficiary. I'll be absolutely integrated to all of you. I commit with everyone who donates even 1 penny or who volunteers 1 hour or 1 minute or shares your talent in some form. Whether you share your time, treasure, talent or even best wishes supporting KAILASA, I commit with you all, I will be absolutely honest and integrated. I will revive all this Vedic knowledge. And I really want to tell you guys very honestly, Paramashiva has blessed me with this science. I want all Hindus to feel confident. What I am talking is truth. It's a good news. Don't worry. We have suffered a lot, no doubt. But I have the key now. And I have checked it and I have proved it. I can get all the shakas of the Vedas, of course, with the grace of Paramashiva. I am not talking out of any arrogance or ego or any claiming. No. Just the truth. So understand, tell you all exactly how I look at all of you. All Hindus, all of you listen. Born Hindus or practicing Hindus, all of you listen. How I see you all. The great warriors to protect righteousness and dharma, waged the war, lost many parts of the body, and lying in the war field just for a drop of water to wet your tongue. This is exactly the way I look at all of you Hindus. I tell you, this is the time I will give everything I have and revive all of you, and let's all live happily, holding our Dharma Dvaja, righteousness, and spreading it to the whole world, because Paramashiva has sent me with the nectar, not just water alone, with the nectar to heal you, recover you, revive you, and rebuild the Sanatana Hindu Dharma. He has sent me with the nectar, and I will neither lie nor overclaim, because I know I am talking to the great warriors who have fallen but not dead in warfield, defending righteousness and dharma. I can't afford to lie to you. I can't be that insensitive to you. I am sincere, sensitive to all the sufferings all our ancestors have suffered. And Paramashiva has sent me with nectar, with the solution. I have established this power multiple times already. I am getting some questions. Some people are asking in live that there is an intercaste marriage. One person is a Brahmin, but the other person is not. Is that kids also will have the same DNA? Please understand, as far as this knowledge transmission of the DNA concerned, it happens through mother. So, if the mother is a Brahmin, your DNA will have the same capacity. Please be very clear. You may get the outer world wealth in the father's lineage, but the inner world wealth comes through the mother's lineage. And I am not here to judge which is right, which is wrong and all that. This is the way Paramashiva has programmed. So don't accuse me. Don't try to come and fight with me. How can you change the whole thing to mother-centric? Don't fight with me. I am talking about science. This is the way it is. If you have a problem, ask Paramashiva. This is the way it was done. If your mother is from this knowledge carrier family, that community, you carry the DNA. That knowledge source comes from mother. Because the muscle memory and biomemory comes from mother, bioenergy only comes from father. In the modern day, father does not act as a guru. So father also contributes little biomemory, and mother contributes muscle memory and little biomemory. Only a guru who initiates and awakens your Kundalini Shakti contributes bioenergy. In those days, father himself will be guru. That is why in many families, father gives initiation, the Gayatri initiation. He himself becomes guru. But in the modern days, many of the fathers they themselves did not have their Kundalini awakening. So they are not able to awaken the Kundalini of the child. Anyhow, now let me come to the subject. Digestion, karma, immortality, kayakalpa. It's a vast subject with thousands of powerful cognitions which need to be transmitted. when I start introducing this knowledge, I just get overwhelmed with one question: why did we lose it? Why did we lose it? And when that question comes, I am not able to control myself, so I reveal everything: the history, geography, reasons why we lost, everything I start speaking. Let me come back. Your digestion energy, Jataragni, is capable of burning all the negative muscle memories, negative biomemories, rebuild your body continuously as your conscious decision. Understand? Every part of your body is rebuilt continuously in few days. Your intestine gets completely replaced in few days. Your liver gets completely replaced in few days. Even your brain completely gets replaced in few months. If you Google, you will get the details. How many days the Hindu medicinal system gives, how many hours and how many muhurta, to that detail. The modern day medicine gives only the number of days, and that also completely taken from Hindu medicine system. The Hindu medicine system gives how many muhurtas, the precision, with the details the Hindu medicine system reveals. And not only that, Hindu medicine system also gives the detailed instructions. If you change your breathing and maintain your sara, the breathing, the rebuilding happens quickly. So you can rebuild it as you want. Just by playing with your breath, you can walk out of any disease. Because you can rebuild that organ, you can rebuild that component, you can rebuild the body. I tell you, the most powerful kumbhaka is Trinetra kumbhaka. The most powerful kumbhaka is Trinetra kumbhaka. Trinetra kumbhaka awakens your Kundalini Shakti to the cosmic union with Paramashiva, rebuilds your body, burns all the bad muscle memory, bad biomemory, does everything best. The Trinetra Kumbhaka I have explained multiple times. I can repeat now again. Inhale through the left nostril as much as you can comfortably, and hold, closing both the nostrils with the thumbs as much as you can comfortably. Don't kill yourself. Do it as much as you can comfortably. Then, don't exhale. Without exhaling, again try to inhale through the right nostril as much as you can. When you try to inhale through the right nostril, automatically body will balance itself by exhaling little. You don't worry about it, but you don't exhale consciously. You try only to inhale through the right again and hold as much as you can be comfortably. And then again, don't exhale. Try to inhale through both the nostrils and hold it as much as you can, comfortably. Then, when you feel you can't hold anymore, slowly exhale through the left nostril. This is the procedure of Trinetra Kumbhaka. Understand? When you do an exercise, not just the calories burnt is the only benefit. You invest in your body, which keeps you alive, active whole day. Same way, when you do this Trinetra Kumbhaka, not just the experience you get while you do that Kumbhaka is alone is the benefit. You invest in your prana sarira, energy source, which keeps helping you throughout the day. So start with 11 Trinetra Kumbhaka morning, 11 Trinetra Kumbhaka in the evening. After 2-3 days, make it into 21 Trinetra Kumbhaka in the morning, 21 Trinetra Kumbhaka in the evening. After maybe a week or 10 days, make it into morning 42 Trinetra Kumbhaka, evening 42 Trinetra Kumbhaka. Make it slowly more and more. Morning 108 Trinetra Kumbhaka, evening 108 Trinetra Kumbhaka. That's enough. If you reach morning 108, evening 108, that is enough, because by the time your whole prana sarira, the system would have been aligned with a full Kundalini Shakti. Listen, it is not just playing with your breathing, it is playing with the source of energy for your existence, consciousness. Because when you are playing with your breathing, all the suffocating, terrorizing fears, that obsessive, compulsive behavior patterns will get triggered. Any of you, if you feel you are suffering with the obsessive compulsive behavior patterns, the obsessive compulsive reactionary patterns, just do this Trinetra Kumbhaka, all that suffocation patterns will wake up and will just start terrorizing you. But you don't bother about it, just do Trinetra Kumbhaka. You will see in few days the whole obsessive compulsive reactionary behavior patterns and the whole negativity along with it will simply be exhaled. Will simply leave your system, because when the Kundalini Shakti raises, this whole obsessive compulsive reactionary behavior pattern melts down. This Trinetra Kumbhaka is the most beautiful method to intensely trigger your ability to digest all the bad biomemories, bad muscle memories, the karma itself. Listen. Listen to this very carefully. Your age does not matter. Start the Trinetra Kumbhaka. Just connect with me. Start. You can start doing it like a just few times, 11 times a day. even that is okay. It will be a great blessing. I tell you, this Trinetra Kumbhaka will liberate you from all suffocating, obsessive, compulsive, reactionary behaviors and that obsessive, compulsive, reactionary patterns internally. How you beat yourself because of these obsessive, compulsive, reactionary patterns and thought currents. You will be liberated from all that suffocations inside and all that behaviors outside, both. Listen, if you are young, you can start doing even morning 21 times, evening 21 times. If you are a little old, start in the morning 11 times, evening 11 times. Even for the elders, this is the best way. Understand? I am very sincere and caring about each one of you. I will prescribe this only after thorough study. I know many of you take me very sincerely and practice. I know now today Sunanda Pangarkar will start practicing this. I will never tell something which is not good for you. Listen carefully. I sincerely love you guys. Sunanda, start doing this Trinetra Kumbhaka. It's my personal blessing to you. I tell you, she has given all her wealth to me. I will only be absolutely grateful and honest, integrated to her. In this old age, she did not have any insecurity. She has given everything to me. To her, if I am telling this instruction, then understand this is the best. Same way, when I talk about eating less, I am extremely sincere and honest and integrated to all your health. Please listen. See, you all have been abused, destroyed, brainwashed, literally killed through this exorbitant eating habit. To all my disciples, I tell you, listen. I know many people like Maitrik Patel and all. Maitrik Patel, he works whole day, he drives truck only to pay money to me, to fund KAILASA, to give money to KAILASA. He works day and night. I will not do droha to him. I will not do anything wrong to him. I will only tell all the best secrets to him. So listen. I have multiple levels of integrated people. There are some people like Bhagavan Reddy. Even though he is in US, successful businessman, successful head of the family, but just because I told him one word, hey, don't watch movies, he just stopped. That is one level of integrity. Absolute integrity to Guru Vak. There is next level, like Sendil, which I was telling yesterday. Even though injustice was done to him, he has all the right, legally, socially, morally, to retort, to react, to respond, to protect his interests, to defend himself. But just because I said no, morally, legally, you have a right to react, protect yourself, defend yourself, but dharmically listen to me, have patience, and do as I am saying. He just obeyed. Even when he was hurt, injustice was done to him, he decided to stick to my word. Integrity, dharma. That's next level. There is next level integrity. I'll tell you. When injustice was done to him and I did not rush to protect, but I told him, be dharmic and don't react. At that situation also, there are some people who stand by dharma and listen to my Guruvak and say, I will not question why you did not come and protect me when the injustice was done to me, but I will obey and be dharmic because you are saying. I have really that level of committed disciples. That kind of a sincere people. Actually, few days before, that kind of a person with whom I was talking, he doesn't want me to reveal his name. He told me already. That's why I'm not telling that person's name. Otherwise, just like I gave example, Bhagavan Reddy and Sendil, I wanted to utter this person's name also and he did not agree. There was an injustice done to him. And I did not protect him from that injustice being done to him. Of course, I did not do, but I could have protected, but I did not protect. And there is a reason. That is my level. So, but I did not protect. But when he started reacting, responding, defending himself, I intervened and said, be dharmic. He said, yes, Swamiji. No questions asked. Yes, Swamiji. I'll be dharmic. And I told him, you know, I could have protected you, but I did not protect you. But now I am intervening and telling you, be dharmic, don't react in this situation and keep the dharma dvaja high. He said, Swamiji, not only I will not question you that why you did not protect me, and I don't even cognize you did not protect me. I will just do what you say as dharma. It melted me too much. And then I gave my input. He accepted and he started doing it. Then I was casually talking to him, like chit chat, small talk. And then I told him, what is the thing you like in me? Tell me. He's a young guy, not too old, maybe less than 50 only. And I don't know exact age, maybe 40, less than 40 also. Anyhow, I was talking to him, very sweet, personal, intimate talk. I was asking him, what is it you really like in me? He was telling me, Swamiji, you may be a great incarnation, Paramashiva himself, but how you come down to our level and relate with us, get into the ground, literally you put your hands on our shoulder and put yourself in our place and relate with us. That is what I like in you, Swamiji. Then casually I asked him, then tell me, there must be something which you don't like. Tell me honestly. Very rarely I take people's advice. Understand? I want all of you to know there is no one who will even dare to think of advising me in our Sangha. Even if he thinks he knows, before he completes his thinking, he will be out of the Sangha. So no one can advise me. Very rarely I ask people to give input or feedback. So I asked him, you tell me, something must be there. You may not like. Tell me. He said, no, Swamiji, there is nothing like I don't like. But I felt sometimes hurt. I can tell you that. I said, tell me that. He told me, when you speak about this Dravish gang, you try to use the word like Alakai Mundangla, Loosungla. All those words look very cute. Because those Dravish boys are never going to be hurt by these words. They will only be laughing at you saying that fellow is trying to scold without even knowing bad words. Without knowing how to titify, he is titifying. They will only be laughing at you, Swamiji. Those words like Allakai Mundangla, Loosungla, all these words doesn't show any anger or vengeance. It looks very cute. But when you address them in singular, avan even, in singular, I felt hurt that Swamiji should not be uttering these words in singular. It really hit me. I told him, yes, from now, in public place, any of my satsang or anywhere, I will not utter even those people in singular. Because I don't have anger or vengeance. It may be very small decision, but forever it will be in record. I stopped using singular in public platform because of your advice to me. This is the way you will be recorded in history. I gave him the boon. And I am going to maintain it. I am going to maintain it. Then he said, no, Swamiji, when you really need to tell them you are angry, ferocious, use. Not when you are not really angry and ferocious. I said, okay. But actually, I never get really angry. I only show ferociousness. But I don't get really angry. I told him, okay, if I really need to tell them, I will use. But as a rule, I am going to stop using singular. Maybe as an exemption, that is different. As a rule, I am going to stop. And that is because of your advice to me, your input to me. Because you are hurt, I don't want to hurt you. I am going to maintain this. Understand? All I am trying to tell you is, this level integrated people are the people who I keep as my advisors. If you want to be my advisor, be dharmic even when you are hurt. I tell you, factually, so much injustice was done to me, but I neither questioned Paramashiva. I never even cognized why Paramashiva is not defending me, protecting me. And all I know is, I have to look at the life as a total. When I see the whole life as a total, the love, joy, bliss I am experiencing by Paramashiva is billion times more than other things coming in the life. So my life is going only in the benefit, in the profit. Forget about it. That is the right way to look at the life. I am not going to say, oh, I am so intimate with Paramashiva, he is directly manifesting in me. Why not let me use Paramashiva to control all these fellows who are abusing me, who are attacking me, who are factually trying to assassinate me. All this, I don't think in that line. I look at the life as a total. I am enjoying Paramashiva so much and he is showering me so much. So can't I just tolerate this small things happening in the periphery? He is filling me so much inside. This is the angle I see the life. Listen, This is the way I look at the life. So any of you, my disciples, if you want to know what is the highest integrity, this is highest integrity. I take advice from this kind of people who are integrated to this level. Let me go to the next revelation. Listen to this very intensely. Whatever you feel as you is immortal at that moment. Listen carefully. Whatever you feel as immortal is immortal at that moment. Whatever you feel as you is immortal at this moment of you feeling that as you. Means, if you feel your body is you now, it is immortal now. And if you are able to maintain that same cognition, your body is you, your consciousness will start manifesting in your body and start just radiating its quality of immortality in your body also. Only people who neither feel their body continuously nor feel their consciousness continuously die between. Listen. As I said, I am absolutely integrated to you all with my love. So every word I am uttering is absolute truth. I am talking to people who are giving me food, who are taking care of me. To all of you I am talking. So I will be loyal. I am extremely sincere. Listen. If you continuously decide to feel you are this body, the you in you, which is consciousness, will start manifesting in your body. As body also, it will evolve, become the Kayakalpa body and manifest immortality. The biggest problem human beings have, neither you believe continuously your body, nor you cognize continuously your mind, nor you cognize continuously your consciousness. You just don't cognize you and you are simply confused. You cognize you only as your obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. When that pattern is hurt, you feel you are hurt. When that pattern is able to suffocate you, you feel everything is okay. Wrong association, wrong identification is the source problem. Listen. Many times, you get so attached with your reactionary, obsessive, compulsive behavior pattern. If somebody points you that pattern, you feel that they are binding you, suffocating you. They are controlling you. Hey, I am telling you who is controlling you and asking you to liberate yourself. I am your friend, sincere father and mother, not your enemy. I have seen multiple times people, when they associate, identify themselves with their obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern and suffocate themselves, they feel the decision they make out of their patterns is much better than living with me or living around me or listening to my truths. And they leave. After that, even though so much suffering comes in their life, they continue to live in that suffering because they took the decision. Their ego and arrogance cannot accept that they failed and come back. Just to retain and maintain their ego, they continue to suffer. That's the worst thing. I tell you. Life is for bliss and life positivity. Even if you are suffering, work to make that suffering into temporary. Don't work to make that suffering into permanent. Even if you are suffering, make decisions, work to make that suffering temporary. Don't make decisions, don't work to make that sufferings into permanent. I tell you, for example, even if you are struggling with your food pattern and you are addicted to this 3 times eating food pattern and you are not able to stop, don't give up. Try to do this vratas, like a ritualistic fasting, religious fasting, like Pachapatni Vratam. Tomorrow it is getting completed. I tell you guys, my body is so accustomed. I don't even feel like eating tomorrow. Because of Maheshwara Puja is there, I am going to eat. It has become a lifestyle now. Listen carefully. See, in my life, I have seen at least 200 people from various walks of life. My pre-monastic grandmother, from her till Siddhaganga Math, Pitadipati, Sri Sri, Siddheshwara Mahaswamiji, Siddhaganga Math, Pitadishwar Swamiji, who lived, he is called Nadadadu Devaru, Shivakumara Mahaswamiji. Not Siddheshwara Mahaswamiji, sorry, Siddhaganga Math, Shivakumara Mahaswamiji. Till that Swamiji, from my pre-monastic grandmother, I have seen at least 200 people who lived more than 100 years. And at least 2 Chiranjeevis I have seen. One, Mahavatar Babaji, another one, Hanumanji himself. Listen, these 2 I have met face to face, directly. They gave me darshan. In my life, 200 people lived more than 100 years healthily. And 2 people who are Chiranjeevis. I have seen these 200 people. In the 200, at least 100 I can I know them personally with all their lifestyle, background, everything. Starting from my pre-monastic grandmother, Danakoti Ammal, she lived more than 103 years. From her till Siddhangamat Swamiji, from Tumkur, Swamiji Sri Shivakumara Mahaswamiji, he was called Nadadadava Devar, the great person. He lived till 111, more than 111, I think. Even last day he left the body, he did his Shiva Puja, and that kind of a highly disciplined, great being. In this 200, at least 100 I have seen very intimately. I know their personal life very well. From this, I am telling you, all 100 whom I have seen very intimately, very personally, all of them vegetarians, organically they eat very little, very rarely. That's it. If you want to live a happy, healthy, long life, drastically cut down the quantity of the food, increase the quality. See, have organic food, nice food, nutritious, vegetarian, best food. You can even have full Rajaboha. Cook everything, keep everything ready, do puja, eat one meal. That's the best way to live. Offer everything to Paramashiva, do puja, offer everything to Paramashiva. As is prasada, eat one meal. You can have even Rajaboha, no problem. Even if you are suffering with the food patterns, take decisions, do actions to make that suffering temporary. Don't give up and start doing actions which will make that suffering permanent and worst. I tell you, Maitrik Patel drives truck to pay for my food. If I am eating, it is Maitrik Patel. So I will be absolutely honest to the food he is giving me. To him, when I meet him with my shoulders on his, with my hands on his shoulder, this is what I will tell him. Hey, eat once a day, very good quality. Organic, rich, good quality. Large meal also is okay. Rajaboha is okay. Have everything, do puja, offer that to Paramashiva and eat. Vegetarian, organic, Rajaboha. Stop eating food like products. Don't get abused by the pharmaceutical food industry conspiracies. Understand? Pharmaceutical industry and food industry both are owned by the same few people and they conspire. They are not bothered about your health. Don't be exploited, abused by them. Go for organic, vegetarian, good food once a day. See, after that, if you feel hungry, take nice juices like neem juice, bottle gourd, bitter gourd juice. Best things are available. Drumstick juice, mango leaf juice. Go for all these kind of organic juices. Juicing you can do even whole day, no problem. How many juice you want, enjoy. Organic herbal juices. Meal, make it as a one. To all my sincere disciples, with all my integrity, I am telling you this. I tell you, in 20s, I was poor eater like my gurus. I was very healthy in 30s. In 30s, unfortunately, I started getting into the habit of regular eating, and that did not end well in the late 30s. Now, by Paramashiva's grace, I am back to my original lifestyle of 20s, how I was. Till I was teen and 20s, I was absolutely integrated to my guru's instruction about food and everything. Only when I started making the exemptions they gave as a rule, kind of a lifestyle, all that impact started happening in my system. But by Paramashiva's grace, I woke up and got back. I decided, yes, I am suffering. I have to acknowledge. And I will make the decisions to make that suffering temporary, not permanent. I just recovered myself. And now I am back to the best health. And I am able to deliver what I need to deliver to all of you. I have so much love to tell you all the great truths. I have so much love and so much of knowledge given by Paramashiva. Parashakti gives love, Paramashiva gives knowledge. And I have so much to share with you all. So I am enjoying what I am supposed to do. Don't get brainwashed, cheated by the people who are brainwashing you, knowingly or unknowingly, to eat 3 times a day. Please understand, that's a crime being done to you. It has a multiple cascading effects, snowballing effects on your physical health, mental health, and the way you feel about you. See, if you start eating 3 times a day, you are literally dead. Even if you are walking around, you will be like half dead. There won't be any conscious breakthrough, I tell you. When Ramesh Ramani went to Tiruvannamalai ashram and said, he is doing Nirahara, I just started appreciating myself. Wow. The multi-millionaires who are successful in their life, in their profession, in their family, in their career, persons like Ramesh Ramani, if I am able to inspire them not to eat, not only I am successful, I feel I am doing the best to Ramesh Ramani, and he is going to be the trend setter for thousands of people. He went to Tiruvannamalai ashram, he said he is doing Nirahara. I think sometimes earlier ago, when I heard that he is doing Nirahara, I was just, oh God. See, the stupid Indian middle class mediocre mind always thinks if you have money, if you are successful, you have to eat like a shit. That shit eating, big pattern, and huge belly. And they think it is very cute. This mediocre mentality of this huge belly is cute, need to be broken. We successful Hindus, you all need to come out and tell the world, eat good quality food. I think I want really Ramesh Ramani to come on one day morning pre-satsang and please share how you are successful and you are doing Nirahara. I want the people to know. See, I want really people to know, when I say do Nirahara, reduce your food intake, it's not that poor people are following me who don't have food. People who are very successful, multi-millionaires, billionaires, who are professionally successful, family successful, everything successful, those people are following and having the benefits. I feel personalities like Ramesh Ramani, even Sri Pranavananda, they all should give the Sakshi Pramana to the world. How this Nirahara is helping people. We are not interested in food depriving you. Please understand. I am really interested in you living happily, healthily. Reducing junk food, non-organic food, making good quality one organic meal a day, vegetarian organic meal, one meal a day, any quantity is okay. Even if it is Rajaboga, it's okay. When you come to this, one meal per day, vegetarian, organic, Rajaboga, offer it to Paramashiva and enjoy it as a prasada. When you come to this lifestyle, not only you become healthy, your whole system becomes alive. See, only in the initial level, few days you will feel little tired and all that, because psychologically you feel something is taken away from you. Your stupid mind creates little tiredness, boredom, irritation, all that obsessive compulsive behavior, reactionary pattern erupts out. Just have patience. Few days practice this. One meal per day. If you are really addicted to 3 meals, then reduce it to 2 meals. Do this 2 meals for 6 months. Then after that, reduce it to 1.5. Then bring it to 1. At least within 1 year, bring this as a lifestyle. I tell you, a 1 meal person, the way he will understand my satsang and internalize will be 100 times powerful than the 2 meal person. 1 meal yogi, 2 meal bogi, 3 meal rogi, 4 meal bogi. Bogi, not bogi, bogi. This 1 meal will make the Jataragni intense, powerful, that conscious endurance, intensity needed for Jataragni to digest the muscle memories and biomemories and the karmas, karma triggering mechanisms will all be digested. Understand? Like a taste bud in your tongue, there are biomemories, muscle memories, which are karma bud. They try to enjoy your bad karmas and attract more and more. those karma buds will be burnt away, cleared by this one meal lifestyle. See, Sunanda Pangarkar, she has given her whole wealth to me in this old age. So naturally, I will be highly chaste and integrated to her health and her long life, happy life, and her enlightenment. With that sincerity, I will advise her, do Kumbhaka Pranayama, Trinetra Kumbhaka Pranayama as much as you can in the morning and in the evening. And try to make yourself to this one meal lifestyle. Understand? I'll be absolutely sincere because I'm eating our food. And I'm extremely traditionally dharmic person. If I am giving this advice to her, then understand, this is the best advice I have for my people, whom I feel as mine, to whom I have to be loyal. I tell you, initially your reactionary pattern will always feel angry. What for I am yearning if I cannot eat? It's all wrong patterns. Money is not always just for eating. Eating is supposed to keep you healthy, happy, physically active, mentally active, consciously alive, manifesting powers. Best. So take these two as today's satsang gist. One meal lifestyle, Trinetra Kumbhaka. Reduce the food as much as you can and slowly move to one meal. And increase as much as possible Trinetra Kumbhaka. Quantity and quality. You will awaken that capacity to digest all the wrong muscle memories, biomemories. You will make decisions to make your sufferings and pains temporary, not permanent or worst. I have a Shastra Pramana for Trinetra Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka Pattadi, verse 192. Sakra Chantrena Chapurya Darya Suryena Puryet Niyamya Purya Purayen Nobhyam Darayitva Yadavidi Trinetra Kumbhaka Proktas Trinetrena Trishiddaihi. One should inhale through the left and hold the breath, followed by inhalation by the right nostril and retain. Then again inhale the breath through the nostrils, both the nostrils, and hold the breath systematically before exhalation. This is Trinetra Kumbhaka by Shiva, which gives threefold siddhis. I'll put the original verse and the translation, Shastra Pramana, in the Facebook also. Please enjoy. I have more revelations about this digestion, karma, kayakalpa, and immortality. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing Paramadvaitam, the Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार
Nithyanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained what is power manifestation, being alive, becoming the kalpatru of your life, manifesting your reality as you want. It's a science because millions have experienced that, and each one of us can experience that living as superconscious being. The science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas. For each and every truth that Bhagavan is revealing, he gives the Shastra Pramana. Just by mere listening to that, which gives us all these evidence, gives us the cognitive shift beyond our thinking mind, our logical mind. There exists a space. Paramashiva is real. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yoginis, Yogis, Rishikas, even emperors and Grahasthas who are authority of Hinduism, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. And beautifully, Bhagavan says that all of them lived on planet Earth, experienced the ultimate science, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. And each one of us can do that because Paramashiva is so available for each one of us to manifest Paramashiva as our reality. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatars, personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan plays the Leela to showcase to the world how the cognitive shift can manifest as powers, as superconscious powers, how the detox that he did for his body manifested the great siddhis, how the pranayama detox your third eye and Trineta Kumbhaka gives you a breakthrough from the obsessive compulsive reactionary patterns. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple, devotees, followers all around the world initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Beautifully, Bhagavan says he resides in Kailash courtyard in the Garbha Mandir and simply more present than all of us and manifesting, waiting to manifest all the powers through each one of us, bringing us auspiciousness, abundance, bliss, healing, all the great things in our life, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva when we are feeling oneness with Paramashiva, the Shaktipada, the Shaktinipada that we experience with Paramashiva. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given in the Avatar Shastra how the disciple, devotees, followers, including Bhagavan himself, that they have done a scientific study, the prefrontal cortex becomes very dominant and very real, which is the reason why we have invention, discoveries, and breakthroughs in our life. Beyond what we are continuously going through ups and downs, there exists a space where we don't have to struggle anymore in life and we can experience all that we want as reality. And Bhagavan is teaching us that science, that is science of power manifestation. For the power of breath dimension, Bhagavan is beautifully explaining to us the Shastra Pramana. He has spoken on many of the sutras, but the Shiva Sutra, he has spoken every single of them because he says each one is a religion by itself. It's so powerful. And for the breath dimension, the scriptural reference from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Shariropatihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifests at once length, breadth, depth, time, and space. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti. Bhagavan has said that humanity has forgotten the science how to live as superconscious being because we are caught up only through the integrity for the obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. We are so integrated to that
and forgetting who we are and what we are. We are Paramashiva who's manifesting the greater science. And whatever we are going through, as we call it in the outer world, is only the obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. Like Bhagavan beautifully says, Sudama. Sudama and Krishna are the greatest friends, and Sudama lived only in the word, thought, action of Krishna. He was a Brahmanishi, came down to live with Krishna, to enjoy Krishna, like few of them. And he was one of the greatest being. When he goes to meet Krishna after many years of his schooling, and when he had children and he was in deep poverty, he had no thoughts of that. Rather, he only thought, how is Krishna? How can I see him? When can I see him? And how would he living? He had no idea other than just Krishna in everything. And beautifully, he packs the flattened rice and goes and meets him. The minute he arrives, Krishna takes him with Rukmani and offers the Pada Puja, offering the water, washing his leg. Krishna takes the water and sprinkles all over Dwaraka and said, Dwaraka is now purified. Krishna himself doing the Pada Puja, and literally there's only reference where Krishna had the tears, bliss tears in his eyes, that in spite of everything that is happening in his life, the obsessive compulsive reactionary patterns that are in him also, beyond that he knew there was a space which he was in so much deep in romance, in love, in surrender, the space of Paramashiva, Parandama, Krishna himself as his reality. When Krishna met Sudama, simply Sudama melted in Krishna and enjoyed every moment with him. And Krishna took the flattened rice and started eating, and every mouth he said that he started eating. The auspiciousness, abundance and bliss started happening in his family and everything. He simply had a castle and all the abundance overnight. And when he went back, he was so shocked to see everything because he had no thought of asking Krishna. He had no idea of asking Krishna. All that he wanted to know is how is Krishna doing and how is Krishna happening out there. And all the thoughts he had is only about Krishna. But he went back to see all the greater surprise of Krishna that he manifested. Bhagavan beautifully said, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, when you have the deep surrender to Guru, he is responsible for manifesting your life. When you know that as a reality, and simply you're ready to take that as your reality and live in oneness with Paramashiva, who is your Guru, simply you will manifest the greatest auspiciousness, abundance and bliss. Bhagavan says, uniting in oneness with Paramashiva, and that which is cognized, the embodiment of that which is cognizing this great science, how the Nayanamars lived, how the yogis lived. They knew that the greater science was Paramashiva is real. When they live even for few minutes as a glimpse, they are manifesting all the auspiciousness in the outer world and all the fulfillment in the inner world. Beautifully, Bhagavan gives the Apta Pramana for the breath dimension, how people in the Pandava time lived with third eye awakening. They were able to manifest all this greater science. This is a reference from the Mahabharata, Adi Parva, section 2, page 20. Here, beautifully, it has given that the Duryodhana Kaurava group wanted to really put where Pandava were living on fire. And this beautiful thing that Pandavas were enjoying, they did not like, and the Kauravas wanted to kill them completely. And Vidura, one of the greatest space for Krishna, and he came to know that, and he sends a miner who could have the breath dimension in building a tunnel underground and made them escape completely. And Vidura is one of the greatest being, one of them, just like Sudama. He was so much in oneness with Krishna that it is said when Vidura went to his house He was so much in like he has to give something, give something, give something. His wife was peeling the banana. He took the peel and gave it to Krishna. He was such in oneness space that he doesn't know what he was giving. But Krishna was so happy laughing at him, seeing him in such a beautiful space of Krishna. All that again and again refers to how they were surrendering, that understanding that Parandama, Paramashiva is the ultimate, and they have to live only that ultimate space as their reality. Again and again, getting back to who you are. All the obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, Bhagavan says, is not you. When you stop eating, the gut bacteria, which is the responsible for all this reaction, just disappears and you feel the restful awareness. You understand those were never you, but the bacteria is causing all this confusion in you. Again and again, Bhagavan beautifully speaks of detoxing and the pranayama to live a higher, elite life of Hinduism, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully explains in Atma Pramana the higher dimensions.
That integrates you, I tell you, that integrates you. That makes strong people to gather around you. Understand, even to live in this campus, you need to be strong. 10,000 times stronger than any society, any person in society. Really, I'm telling you. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Shine Punye Madhyalokam Vishanti. When Punya is lost from Swarga, you come back to Buloka. When will persistence is lost, you leave Kailasa and go back to Buloka. I tell you, ability to hold these higher visualizations, ability to intensely feel this truth, ability to intensely integrate your being. See, ability of your brain's ability to hold certain visualization and hold certain truths, understand and digest all this are basic tools for liberation and enlightenment and manifesting powers. I am not talking about alcohol, drugs, non-veg, all this from the angle of morality. I am talking about all this from the angle of human beings are losing their tools for living life. It is actually a big conspiracy against the humanity. And even the people who sell, they don't know why they are selling. It is not that all the money they gather with that they are happy. No, it is a large blind spot. If the blind spot is in one brain, it is called ignorance. If it is in the brains of a group of people, it is called collective stupidity. If it is in the brains of a society, it's called Maya. It is not that people who sell you alcohol and destroy your health and your brain's ability to live entrance to get sanctified and be allowed inside the house. And we will all be standing in the queue because all these girls have to pass and go back. Then one by one, everyone has to drop their clothes. One grandmother will be standing with a pot full of water. She will pour on everyone, and then we have to run inside and wear our clothes on. Even these clothes which we dropped, she will not touch by hand. She will pour water on it and use a stick and lift. Now when I look, especially when I drive the streets of Tiruvannamalai, I can see cultural genocide. When people stand in line openly in Tasmak shops, when people smoke openly in Tiruvannamalai, you say, I'm not talking about Tiruvannamalai alone. You need to understand. Tiruvannamalai is the place I can compare the stark memories. Because of that, I am talking about Tiruvannamalai. I know the before and after. (1980s) and this 2018s. I can see the stark difference. That is why I am talking about Tiruvannamalai. Of course, I am sure all the cities, the same thing is happening everywhere. I am not concerned about this alcohol and non-veg and all this from any moral sense. Understand? I am concerned about all this because they reduce the frequency of your consciousness. That is where the whole problem is. The ability to grasp life, ability to involve life in life. I tell you. Yesterday I was describing the what I call organic healthy brain. If it can understand a verbalization and hold that visualization, I call that as organic healthy brain. If you don't have organic healthy brain, not only you can't become enlightened, you can't be even ordinary grihastha, understand? It's not that your grihastha means just die in gutter, no. You are a human being, you have life. One of the important thing you need to understand, do not push all my teachings on, dump on sannyasis and say, oh, we are grihasthas, we don't need all that. Come on, I am talking to consciousness. Many times we tend to do that. A healthy brain, healthy organic brain is required to uphold anything and make it successful in your life. Understand? Life is too complicated. Too much of complexities. Yesterday I made a statement. Society will hate you, rate you, judge you, beat you. It will do everything. Beyond that, what makes you stand, that is what you are.
Beautifully, Bhagavan gives us how we can go beyond all that obsessive compulsive reactionary that happens in us, and the will persistence to stand beyond all that is how we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva. When we are caught up with all the delusion, we will not be able to see the space of Paramashiva. If we see the space of Paramashiva, we will not be deluded. Here, Balasans from Kailash Kotiyat is going to demonstrate how she has demonstrated the power of drawing the GPS, not just drawing some line, but also she has never been outside the Tamil Nadu, but she was given some route in USA, and she even names the starting point and the ending point clearly with the correct spelling, and she has drawn the map exactly that Nithyananda Yoga participants were so shocked, and they are sharing their experience of the Kailash Kotiyat, physical Kailash Kotiyat Bhagwan had conducted in 2017.
66 in the USA. So as soon as I drew 66, the pencil start drawing on our paper exactly the route, the street going starting from one point, then on going up, and again more and more. So then she told me I see many points on the map. I say yes, perfect. Can you tell me please which one is the first from where is starting and the city starting and the end one? And she starts saying LOSA, so Los Angeles, and after CHI, Chicago. So beautiful, beautiful, yeah.
she was able to manifest, and the correct spelling of the destination and the starting location also. Many times the Balasans were able to give even the address of the location when they were asked, how do I go to this place? And they were able to say, okay, where is the address and what is the address, what is the detail? To that extent, they were so precise in manifesting the power of breath dimension and telling the GPS, the route map, just like how you have the Google Maps. They were able to see that from their third eye. Now you can have a partner give you the two location, or you can write few location from different adinam to different places, or you want to give some details where you've never visited, like Madurai Adinam to Adi Kailash, or different Sarvanyapita, Kashi Sarvanyapita to Mount Kailash. You can have different directions that you would want to draw and have the details like a unique places, or you give the detail of the name of the exact location where you are going and which you have never visited before. And if it matches exactly the same directions and the details that are provided, you have manifested the power. If you are getting some part of it correct, wonderful, you're starting to manifest. The more and more enriching and causing will make you manifest more depth in the power of manifestation. So let's start now with, let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line, and put away your gadgets. Visualize Paramashiva in your third eye. Bring the listening to your third eye. An absolute unclutching from what you understand as the outer world, the objective world. Again and again, understand that Paramashiva is real. Beyond what you have the perception, you have so many things as your beliefs. You believe in so many things. That's what Bhagavan says. You believe in your obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, which actually is not you. But you believe in so many things. If somebody tells you are a student of such and such college, or you are in a working place and you are a manager of something, immediately you grasp the identity. Now Bhagavan is saying you are Paramashiva, the ultimate space of oneness. And Paramashiva has given such beautiful, powerful cognition, darshan, diksha, initiation, all that. Bring that to your third eye again and again. Understanding that Paramashiva is real. He is manifesting through me all the time, and everything that is happening in me as my reality. And I'm celebrating that space of Paramashiva in me. And that is the Tyaga that Bhagavan says. That is the deepest surrender. Understanding He is responsible for my life. And if we understand that very simple statement that He is responsible, manifesting everything, and ready to surrender our obsessive compulsive pattern, the identities that we carry, which is not us, how we ready to let go in the deep sleep, when you're ready to let go, when we are awake and ready to be in the space of the bhava of Paramashiva, sitting with 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands, with all the Ayada, Bhagavan says, so alive, and experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva, and chanting the Mahavakya continuously with a deep listening to manifest the power of breath dimension. Let's start chanting, and the key is bring the listening to your third eye. Listen through your third eye to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says how the tuning fork, when you keep it away, you can't even hear it. But when you bring it closer to your ears, somewhere you can start vibrating into the same frequency, you can start hearing, because you are also in the same frequency. Same way, when you're chanting the Mahavakya and you are chanting and you are listening to your chanting, you raise in the frequency, Bhagavan says, in conscious level, and simply the reflection of conscious Paramashiva as your consciousness, simply you will start manifesting the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, manifesting the power of breath dimension. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely from your navel center with a deep listening.
Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes.
Beautiful. Please open your eyes and verify whatever Paramashiva has shown you, what that you have drawn with Google Maps, all the details to verify authentically that Paramashiva, the prasada that you received, and it is authentically correct. When you see that, please take a picture of that, and to the great surprise, how he has manifested the greater signs in each one of us. If you have not manifested, that doesn't mean you are not Paramashiva. You are Paramashiva either way. It is not just recognizing and doing something and achieving and fulfilling what you think as reality here, but it is much more deeper that Paramashiva is real. More and more you experience the greater reality, the greater oneness, that he is real, and recognizing, Bhagavan says, recognizing yourself to experience that, you start manifesting the greater powers. Bhagavan beautifully says, when you do the Trineta Kumbhaka, you inhale through the left nostril, close, and without exhaling, inhale through the right nostril and close. Without exhaling and taking your hand out, you inhale through both the nostril and hold, and simply your third eye gets awakened, and finally leave through your left nostril. And do not take your right hand out. You keep your right hand and just release through your left nostril. And do the same thing. Again, inhale through the left, close. And without exhaling, inhale through the right and close. So it becomes a continuous cycle, doing it at least 11 times in the morning and 11 times in the evening. Even scientifically, they have found how pranayama really extends your life, expands your life expectancy to a really large amount when you start doing all these Thiraneta Kumbhaka in very, very integrated way. Because beautifully they say the oxygen, you're taking 3 times the oxygen and pushing out the carbon dioxide from your third eye makes you more and more healthy and your brain so alive to experience the greater science, greater reality. And Bhagavan says if you eat 1 meal a day, and here again clearly science has now documented how even cancer can be cured just by eating 1 meal a day. Fasting is the best medicine they have now found out, and simply you can manifest any reality by holding your inner space. The lower 3 chakras, Bhagavan says, is only the obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, the gut bacterias. When you remove them, you are in superconscious space that Paramashiva is real. Paramashiva is manifesting through you. In spite of whatever we are, He is continuously showering, pouring all His compassion, and deeply surrendering with deep love and gratitude will make you experience the highest reality. Again and again, let's put away our gadgets for a few minutes, chant the Mahavakya, deeply experiencing the oneness for the second cycle of breath dimension. You can write down few new places, or your partner can give you some new places that you can draw the GPS, and it can be few different locations that you would like to draw, and even the unique places that you can mark on the map how you have experienced that, and verify with the Google map. So let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line, put away our gadgets and chant the Mahavakya with a deep listening from your third eye. And whatever you're going through, unclutch from that. Thoughts are continuously happening, but do not engage in them. And they are not you, they are not your life. Whatever you experience in the deep sleep is the eternal space, who you are, the consciousness, the energy. And experiencing that in the wakeful space is Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Bhagavan says. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya deeply and experience the oneness with Paramashiva, understanding we are the Brahmanya Bahuputratam. If you're here listening to this, manifesting this in Kailash Courtyard, Bhagavan's own Kailash Courtyard, you are the chosen one to manifest these powers of Paramashiva. Hold that powerful space. Brahmanya Bahuputratam means you are the favorite inheritant of the cosmos. So experiencing that oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting the power of breath dimension, chanting the Mahavakya, vibrating with that, and deeply having the deep listening to manifest the powers. Let's start.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva stir in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Please open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and verify in Google Maps. Authentically verify all the details so you can share all this to the world, and whoever reads this share or experience this, when you are sharing, commenting on that, sharing your post, they will also experience the same oneness with Paramashiva, Bhagavan says. Please go ahead and share, enrich the world. Extreme causing, extreme manifestation is extreme causing. Whatever you manifest and you are experiencing in your life after seeing Bhagwan and hearing Bhagwan, the powerful cognition, the darshan, diksha, initiation, all this he is just pouring on each one of us. And just take 5 minutes of your time to share the greatest reality that Paramashiva is real and how your experience is completely happening in you. The transformation, the reinventing is happening in you. Go ahead and share it in Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power Group. And thanking all of you here, manifesting collective integrity, collective consciousness, all of us manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, simple integrity, simple obedience, experiencing the Jnana Pada that every day Bhagavan says, you manifesting the powers will make you manifest all the powers of Paramashiva and experience the oneness with Paramashiva. And let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude and in deep earning. Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action. Holding my powerful cognition, Paramashiva is real, and seeing everyone as Paramashiva as my reality. Let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Before that, I just want to remind you, you can offer your donation to Kailasha on these auspicious days of Jayanti. You can beautifully offer your gratitude to Bhagwan. And all this, if you see any temple, the first thing you see is the hundi. Offering all these greater things into Paramashiva space again and again builds the Paramashiva space in you, Kailasha in you, manifesting the ultimate in you. With that, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be at 6 p.m. in the Zoom. You can log in through eKailasha, and the new powers of Paramashiva will be manifesting in the Kailash Kotyad manifesting power session. Thank you, Nityanandam.